Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to the third and final episode of my series on being different. In this episode number 3, I'm going to talk about how we can eradicate same shame in our own lives and in our communities. Now, by quick introduction, my name is Jason Romero. I am the first and only blind person to run across America. I averaged 51.5 miles a day. It was a top 10 fastest crossing in history. I am passionate about this topic of being different because I have a difference. I have a disability. I was born with a degenerative eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa. So now I see through a little tunnel. My best corrected acuity is 2200, 2400, meaning I don't see details, I can't see faces, I don't read signs far away, everything looks really far, and I have severe night blindness. Basically, I have light perception but not usable sight. And one thing that I have learned in living a life with a disability, with a difference, is that many times we have shame for being different. And that was definitely my journey. And I have coined a term which I call same shame, and that is the topic of this video, and I am on a mission to eradicate same shame from our own lives and from our communities as a whole. There are two different types of same shame. Same shame that we do to ourselves and same shame that we do to other people. Same shame that we do to ourselves is when we choose to feel ashamed because we have a difference. This was definitely my journey. I made a conscious choice to feel ashamed because I was disabled visually. The second type of same shame is when we do it to other people. That is when we choose to make other people feel ashamed because they are different than us. In this video, I will talk about how to eradicate our own personal same shame and how to eradicate same shame doing it to others. So if sameness is the goal, let's talk about sameness. What is sameness to you? What does it represent? Some things that it represents to me is that it is dull, it's boring, it's unoriginal. Sameness is the enemy. Why would we want to be the same? Who wants to dress alike? Who wants to eat alike? Do we want to wear the exact same shoes? Do the exact same thing day after day after day? No, of course not. So let's look at the opposite of sameness, difference. What is difference? It's interesting. It's exciting. It's a chance to be creative. Difference is the goal. We, in fact, are all different. But what's interesting is we get shamed for our differences, right? We get shamed for our bodies. Like, look at our bodies. We can be told that we're too skinny, we're too fat, we're too tall, we're too short, we're too dark complected, we're too light complected. We have the wrong color hair, our nose is too big, everything. Clothing. You know, fashion trends go by so quickly. I mean, I am not a fashionista, but I can guarantee you if I keep wearing this exact same outfit for 20 years, at some point in that time period, I will be in fashion, but then it'll change. But we get shamed for not wearing the right clothes, driving the right cars. Well, I don't even drive a car, so I'm not even in that group, right? Education. Our kids, are they supposed to go on and get that 4-year degree, then a master's degree? Or is it okay to go to a JC and get an associate's degree, or go to trade school, or to drop out and start a company, Microsoft? What about our career paths? Do we all have to aspire to be doctors or lawyers or engineers or professionals? And what about life ambitions? Is it okay to want to just have a mediocre life? I mean, to me, my mediocre life might be outstanding. The fact is, we are all different. We have thousands of different attributes, and many times we choose to focus on just one attribute that is different. And then we hyper-focus on that, and we forget about all these other things. We feel like we're just like that one miscolored egg in a stack of many. But the fact is, eggs are actually all different sizes, all different shapes, all different colors, right? Difference is the norm. Sameness is not the norm. So how do we eradicate same shame? For ourselves, and same shame that we do to ourselves, I talked about this in a prior episode, so I'll review here. The way to eliminate same shame that we do to ourselves, feeling shame that we choose to feel because we have a difference, if we change that M to an R in shame, shame becomes share. And when you share your shame, you will take back your power. You will be liberated. You will be relieved. Be prepared, however, because you are going to get one of three responses when you share your shame with another person. Response number one, the other person's going to be supportive. They're going to be empathetic, compassionate. They're not going to know about your difference. They're going to want to help you. Response number two, the person may be confused. They may need some time to process because they're going to observe you and they will think that you're the same on that attribute, but you're telling them that you're different on that attribute. So it's going to take a little time for them to process. It's an educational opportunity. And then response number three, somebody just may be unsupportive. And this third category, these people are going to be out there. They don't care about your difference or your shame. They're unempathetic, uncompassionate, they're self-absorbed. Just let those people go on about their merry way and they've opted out of your friendship and support circle. This is how you eradicate same shame that you do to yourself. Just share it. Now let's talk about how we're going to eradicate same shame within our communities at large. You can be part of the solution if you take on these 4 steps and share them. Step number 1 to eradicating same shame in our community, disrupt sameness. When you see sameness, make a change. You will see it all the time in groups. We have herd mentality. We just move along like cows, not even thinking, just going where other people go. When you're doing that with, in the herd, make a left turn. Break stride with the sameness that you're engaged in. Disrupt sameness every chance you get, and you will be part of the solution. Strategy number 2 to eradicate same shame. Celebrate difference. When you see difference and you see that cow break stride and take that hard left turn and break from the herd, celebrate it. Praise it. Make a big deal about it. When other people may be doubting or become critical of that particular cow, praise that cow. Wow, I wonder where that cow's going. I wonder why that cow chose to go that way. We praise difference, celebrate difference when you see it, and you will be eradicating same shame. Be unconventional. Step number 3 in eradicating same shame. Be unconventional. Take a different path. Take the road less traveled. If you have a fork in the road and you have a paved road here and a rocky single track path over here, take that single track path. Be unconventional. There are many, many paths to get to the same goal. There's just different ways that we all get there. Be unconventional and intentionally unconventional with your choices in life, with your career, with your relationships, with your self-help and growth habits. Be unconventional. You don't need to do everything because Susie and Johnny did it. Do it because you want to do it. And finally, strategy number 4 on how to eradicate same shame. Just be you. Be your true and authentic self. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. There is everything right with you. Every difference you have from another person is exactly the way that you are supposed to be. Celebrate it, share it, because I guarantee you one thing, when you have the courage to do that, you are going to help other people to be able to become confident in their own skin as well. So, steps in recapping today's lesson. There are two types of same shame. The type of same shame that we do to ourselves, we choose to feel shame because we have a difference. The way to eradicate that type of same shame is to share our shame. And when we share our shame, we will get one of three different responses. One, the other person will be supportive. Two, the other person will be confused and need time to process, and it's an education opportunity. And number three, the other person may be unsupportive. That is the path to eradicating same shame you do to yourself. The path to eradicating same shame that we do within the community is a four-step process. One, disrupt sameness every chance you get. Two, celebrate difference every chance you see it. Three, be unconventional and take that road less traveled. And four, just be you. You are perfect. This has been Jason Romero. If you've liked what you've heard, please subscribe to my channel. In the show notes, it talks about how you can engage with me more, hire me for speaking. My website is www.jasonromero.net. So until we meet again, be your authentic self. Onward.